You thought Switch 2 was something for the future? Think again. Many games are already here to surprise you, and today I've put together the top 20 new titles you can play right now. And some of them truly look like the next generation of gaming.
Daydream.
Shine Post Be Your Idol. Arrived on June 5th, 2025, as one of the crown jewels of the Nintendo Switch 2 launch lineup. This isn't just another management sim, it's an emotional journey about chasing dreams from the shadows of the stage. You step into the role of a modest talent agency manager, someone who never really dreamed big, until one unforgettable performance from the idol Hotaru awakens a spark inside you. From that moment, your mission begins. Guide 5 aspiring idols from their very first auditions to the legendary Budokan stage. No Man's Sky returns not as a simple port, but as a rebirth perfectly timed for the launch of the Nintendo Switch 2 on June 5th, 2025. After nearly a decade of updates, the game lands with the brand new Beacon update, transforming it into something much greater than a space adventure. For the first time, you're not only an explorer, but also the leader of an alien settlement. Picture it: jukebox bars glowing with neon, ship dealerships buzzing with trade, pawns and merchant hubs bringing life to barren worlds. You mediate disputes, oversee resources, and defend your towns against pirates by recruiting wingmen.
Farther. They go first, while others sleep.
For fight fans, the Nintendo Switch 2 launch came swinging with Street Fighter VI, Years 1 to 2 Fighters Edition, dropping on June 5th, 2025. This edition is the ultimate bundle, packing in all Year 1 and Year 2 DLC, character passes, bonus stages, colors, every piece of content released up to now. It even introduces Elena's grand return in a dazzling new arena called Raidou Remastered, inspired by the beauty of African landscapes. Add to that a fresh battle track, Edge of Triumph, composed by none other than Yoko Shimomura, and you've got a package that oozes style. On June 5th, 2025, Hyrule opened its gates once again, this time reborn in the Nintendo Switch 2 edition of The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. This isn't a simple patch, it's a full-scale evolution. The visuals are sharper, the frame rate's buttery smooth, HDR makes the world glow with newfound vibrancy, and loading times have all but vanished. But that's not all. Nintendo added Zelda Notes, a companion feature where Princess Zelda herself guides you with voice navigation, blueprint sharing, and lore tips, turning exploration into a fairy tale whispered directly in your ear.
Like what it should have been. That's especially true when your date being quicker is really buttery smooth and nice too, that's also been added with the Switch 2 and other QR codes, and download those schematics.
For fans of cozy nostalgia, Tamagotchi Plaza makes its grand entrance on June 27th, 2025 worldwide, after debuting a day earlier in Japan. This is the first console Tamagotchi game in nearly 2 decades, and the first global release in 18 years. Here, you return to Tamahiko Town, stepping into the shoes of a human shopkeeper partnered with your loyal Tamagotchi buddy. Through charming minigames, you'll build quirky stores, unlock upgrades, and prepare the town for its grand festival. Every task, from arranging shelves to interacting with adorable customers, carries the unmistakable warmth of the Tamagotchi world. It's playful, it's heartfelt, and it bridges the gap between nostalgia and modern-day charm, bringing back the joy of these digital friends in a whole new way.
ちょっとした会話を楽しんだり、時にはお願い事をされるかも。パートナーのたまごっちと一緒に自由気ままに街を巡ろう。たまごっちのプチプチおみせっち。お待ち。
Our romancing SaGa 2. Revenge of the Seven is where classic legacy meets modern brilliance. Originally returning on October 24th, 2024 for Switch, PlayStation, and PC, this legendary RPG finds new life once more, with its Nintendo Switch 2 edition launching July 31st, 2025. Here, the saga unfolds across generations. You rule as successive emperors of Avalon, each inheriting the skills, burdens, and triumphs of the dynasty before them. Your mission is clear. Rise to power, strengthen your empire, and confront the corrupted 7 heroes who threaten to unravel the world. Every generation brings new strategies, alliances, and stories, woven together into a dynasty-spanning epic. Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition roared onto the scene as one of the most powerful launch titles for the Nintendo Switch 2 on June 5, 2025. This isn't just a port, it's the definitive Cyberpunk experience, packed with the Phantom Liberty expansion and every update released since its original debut. And unlike many massive games, it arrives complete on a single 64GB card. No downloads, no waiting. From the moment you slide it in, you're jacked straight into Night City. What makes this version shine isn't just the content, but the innovation. Joy-Con 2 motion slashes, gyro aiming, touchscreen menus, even mouse-style precision for sniping, all make Cyberpunk feel fresh again.
That I mattered.
July 17, 2025, the King of the Jungle makes his long-awaited return in Donkey Kong Bonanza, the first full 3D Donkey Kong platformer in over 2 decades. Nearly 8 years in development by Nintendo EPD, alongside the minds behind Super Mario Odyssey, this game feels like a love letter to both innovation and nostalgia. The world itself is destructible. Voxel landscapes crumble beneath DK's fists, turning walls into bridges and rubble into weapons. Adventure is no longer confined to preset paths. It unfolds dynamically with every punch. But DK isn't alone.
To find the Banandium gems. Customize the perfect fits for Donkey Kong and Paulie to a Nintendo Switch system. Plus, you can play online between Nintendo Switch 2 systems. Give it a try and sculpt to your heart's content.
June 19, 2025 marked the revival of a dark classic with Raidou Remastered landing on the Nintendo Switch 2. This isn't just a remaster, it's a resurrection. The cult PS2-era RPG comes alive again with voice acting in English and Japanese, revamped real-time combat, improved visuals, and essential quality-of-life upgrades like fast-forward, updated encounter rates, and a cleaner UI. The story drops you into Taisho-era Tokyo, where mystery and danger intertwine, and as Raidou, you wield both detective skills and demon allies to face the looming threat of a soulless army. The Switch 2's power transforms the atmosphere into something haunting and immediate, running smoothly at 1080p and 60 FPS.
Raidou!
Have faith in yourself!
Don't you die out there, Kuzunoha. Godspeed, Raidou.
Unleash the supernatural.
On July 31st, 2025, Japan welcomed X Proud Nordics, the definitive edition of the beloved action RPG reimagined exclusively for Nintendo Switch 2. For fans of the series, this edition elevates the experience to new heights. A 120 frames per second performance mode, expanded storylines, new exploration mechanics, and the brutal Muspelheim challenge dungeon that tests even veteran players. Here, Adol's adventures set sail into Norse-inspired seas, where sprawling environments, fast-paced combat, and character-driven storytelling collide. The waves crash harder, the battles strike faster, and the legends run deeper. On June 5th, 2025, Toby Fox's long-awaited Deltarune finally exploded onto the Nintendo Switch 2 as a bundled launch title, packing chapters 1 through 4 into one powerful release. For fans of Undertale, this was the moment they had been waiting years for. The quirky humor, the heartfelt characters, and the clever twists on RPG combat all wrapped into a single unforgettable package. Within weeks of launch, it had already rocketed to the top of the Switch 2 eShop charts, surprising critics and players alike with just how much energy and charm it carried. June 5th, 2025 marked the return of a franchise thought lost to time. Survival Kids, also known as Lost in Blue, was reborn as a co-op survival adventure exclusive to the Switch 2. After nearly 2 decades of silence, the series reemerges with fresh energy, embracing both its roots and new possibilities. This time, you are not stranded alone. Up to 4 players can band together, scavenging resources, crafting tools, and braving the shifting ecosystems of Turtle Island. The biomes aren't static. They evolve around you, demanding adaptability and teamwork to survive. Co-op mechanics flow naturally with game chat and game share support, letting players coordinate their survival strategies in real time. When the Nintendo Switch 2 launched on June 5th, 2025, one of the most electrifying titles racing alongside it was Sonic X Shadow Generations. More than just a remaster, this collection pairs the beloved Sonic Generations with an entirely new campaign dedicated to Shadow the Hedgehog. Here, Shadow confronts Black Doom across twisted timelines, giving fans a storyline steeped in grit and intensity. Meanwhile, the classic Sonic speed remains intact, enhanced with brighter visuals, smoother performance, and that iconic flow of momentum that only Sonic can deliver. Playing it in handheld mode is a revelation. Silky 60 FPS, vivid colors, and fast-paced nostalgia hitting harder than ever. Fantasy Life, I returned on June 5th, 2025 with its Nintendo Switch 2 edition, polishing the already enchanting life simulation RPG into something even more magical. Visuals are brighter, performance smoother, and the cozy charm of the original shines like never before. You carve out your own path, fisherman, warrior, miner, or magician, living freely in a world that bends to your choices. Yet this edition adds a twist. Within weeks, it surpassed 1 million units sold worldwide. Fueled not only by its charm, but by a bold new roguelike open-world mode added as free DLC. Suddenly, the familiar, relaxing world bursts with fresh challenge and unpredictability, blending the slow life with surprising bursts of adventure.
Island. How will you rebuild? This life is yours to live. After 1,000 years, the restoration is about to begin. Fantasy Life
On July 24th, 2025, Mario redefined the very meaning of party games with Super Mario Party Jamboree, rebuilt for Nintendo Switch 2 and enhanced with the brand new Jamboree TV mode. Imagine your living room transforming into a colorful game show complete with Toad as your host, voiceovers, motion controls, microphone challenges, and even real-time camera play that puts your own face and reactions directly on the screen. It's chaos and fun rolled into one, where you're not just playing, you're performing. Visuals shine in WQHD on TV and 1080p in handheld, while brand new modes like Tag Team Rules, Frenzy, Bowser Live, and Carnival Coaster expand the madness.
To your location. And you'll both move the number of spaces from the 2 dice blocks. Your team can even get 2 stars at once.
You got stars.
The pressure's on with Frenzy Rules. You've only got 5 turns to win. Each player starts with 50 coins.
On June 5th, 2025, Nintendo didn't just release another Mario Kart. They reinvented the entire series with Mario Kart World, a launch exclusive for Switch 2. For the first time ever, the tracks are gone. Instead, you're unleashed into a seamless open-world racing playground where lush forests, vibrant cities, snowy peaks, sandy beaches, and neon-lit highways all connect into one massive map. It's Mario Kart, but reimagined as both a race and an adventure. The new Knockout Tour pits 24 racers against each other in elimination-style chaos, while Free Roam mode lets you explore at your own pace, collecting treasures, snapping photos, and uncovering side missions like a Mushroom Kingdom version of Forza Horizon.
Takes you. You can also go for scenic drives with friends, and even take photos together at different locations.
Launching on July 18th, 2025, Shadow Labyrinth took an icon of gaming's past and twisted it into something hauntingly new. This 2D Metroidvania-style adventure fuses Pac-Man's legacy with a cosmic horror reimagining. You play as Swordsman Number 8, navigating dark labyrinths alongside Puck, a sinister floating orb that channels Pac-Man's energy in eerie new ways. The game dives into gothic mazes where sword combat blends with surreal transformations, mechs, glowing orbs, and maze-eating abilities that turn old mechanics into raw, unsettling power. The tone is darker, heavier, and more psychedelic, a bold reinvention that critics described as mascot drift, a once cheerful figure reborn in a nightmare. The Legends of Suikoden returned in full HD glory on June 5th, 2025, right alongside the launch of the Nintendo Switch 2. Suikoden I and 2 HD Remaster doesn't just preserve two cult classic RPGs. It elevates them with stunningly restored background art, enhanced sound effects, sharper character designs, and a full suite of quality-of-life features like autosave, fast-forward battles, and conversation logs. For veterans, it's like rediscovering a treasured storybook, and for newcomers, it's a gateway into one of JRPG history's most beloved sagas. The timeless tales of rebellion, political intrigue, and the unification wars resonate more powerfully than ever, now wrapped in a presentation that feels both nostalgic and brand new.
The field has been completely redesigned with HD background graphics and updated character illustrations. An epic story spun anew after 30 years. Suikoden 1 and 2 HD Remaster, Gate Rune and Dunin Unification Wars. On
July 25th, 2025, Koei Tecmo brought the monster hunting action of Wild Hearts to Switch 2 with Wild Hearts S, an exclusive port that strips away the EA label and rebuilds the experience under their own banner. At its core, this is still the same intense hunt that captured players back in 2023. You face colossal, nature-infused kimono beasts, using ancient Karakuri technology to craft traps, gliders, and weapons mid-battle. The thrill of multiplayer remains intact, with up to 4 players working together to bring down the wildest creations nature has imagined. Expect occasional dips in frame rate during dense fights, and simplified textures under pressure. Still, the heart of the hunt beats strong, making Wild Hearts S a bold step for the franchise and a chance for handheld players to experience its primal intensity.